Thanks, Terry, for spending some time with me today to show me the features of Desire to Learn. I'm looking forward to this. How are you? You looking forward to it?
I sure am.
Okay.
So I just show you around and how to get into the courses. So this is what you would see when you first come in to Desire to Learn. You land at the college level page, but typically you want to go straight into your course. So there's a list of courses down here, and I made a little example course so I can show it to you.
Okay.
So you just click there and you go
Great.
right in. And now you can see up here on the mini bar that we're in the course.
Okay.
So the first thing that students will probably see is the news widget. So this will be a helpful tool for faculty. Because it's the first thing students see, they can use it for announcements and updates. And whenever you make one of these news items, you can also have it pushed to the class lists, the email of the class, so they can get it here and on their email.
So this is only a news item in relation to this particular course then, because
Yes.
I'm in at the course level.
Yeah,
And I could put things like, don't forget about the field trip or the test,
exactly. Yeah, and
or
you can
meet me in
embed
the foyer, whatever.
if there's something cool in the news to do with your course, you can put a video there or something
Okay.
right in that.
Good to know, and I think this is a feature then that everybody should be using in their courses.
I think so too. And then another thing on this main page here is the calendar. It's a calendar widget, but you can click right into it. So this will be helpful for faculty. If they put all the important dates for their course in here, it'll be a place for students can come and see important dates, not just for this course, but all courses, because you can choose which courses to look at.
So right now it's a student view. The student's choosing which courses to look at.
Yeah, so it's a list of my courses. So I can look at just this course, and I see there's a few things coming up.
Yeah.
Go back. And I can also choose to look at all of my courses at once, and then
So you mean all of your courses as the teacher you're looking at right now? This is your view.
yeah, but the students have the same
Okay.
functionality. So the students would be able to choose all courses, and then maybe they'll see, on the 8th I have like 3 things due, so I have to be ready for that.
Can you show me that in this right now? Does it show a calendar that's populated with more than a couple of things? A couple of courses?
Yeah, it's this. I'm looking at 18 calendars right now. It's just not much going on in August. But
Right,
if I click
right,
ahead
right.
to September,
Okay.
see all the different courses are shown by different colors.
Okay, can we go to the next month? Maybe October?
Yeah, I guess
Okay,
it's
so
not much in
yeah,
there
so
right
once people start working on their calendars, then really what I might see or expect to see is in October, I mean in particular around week 7.
now. Yeah.
I might look at it and say, oh my God, like they've got a lot of work in week 7, so maybe I should talk to the program team and say, how do we spread this workload a little bit for the student?
Yeah.
And it's color-coded by program,
Yeah, by course.
by course, yes, within the program. So to be really effective, everybody's got to be using this
Everyone
calendar.
has to use it for it to be the most effective.
Right, because a student, if 6 out of the 7 courses are using it and 1 isn't, then a student does not have a complete picture of what's going on in their course and in the program.
Exactly.
Yeah, so everybody will be using this then.
I hope so.
Okay.
So when you're into your course and you want to go back to the main spot to see what else you have, you can click on the black mini bar at the top. Just click on the name of the course, and we're back to the front page.
Okay, good.
The third thing I want to show you is the content, and that's kind of the meat and potatoes of your course. There's a couple ways to go there. If you click resources, there's content, or you can click, if you move down, you have a content widget. So I could click on the specific content item, or right here, this is what I find the easiest way. You click right on the title of the widget where it says content widget. And now we're in the actual meat and potatoes of our course, where we would put PowerPoints and video lectures and assignment drop boxes and quizzes.
So see, we're only looking at week 1 though. If we scroll down, is week 2 below it, or how does that work?
I just made a quick example course, so I only created the week 1, but you would see I can add a module right now. And then,
Okay, yeah.
so then there's 4 things in week 1 here.
All right. So this is where, as was occurring in WebCT, that we would post our lecture notes, any readings for students, or any thing else we wanted them to look at, maybe videos and things like that.
This is kind of like the main spot where everything goes.
And then assignments as well in there. So students will expect, if they see this in one course, that they will want to see this in every course. So the consistency is really important from a
Yeah.
student perspective. So they'll expect that every course has their lectures posted and assignments.
Yeah, if they're always going to the same place for the same type of material in each course, it'll be a much easier process for them.
Right, good.
Another thing I'd like to show you is the assignment Dropbox, which will make collecting assignments from students a lot more simple. And I made a little demo assignment. This little picture of a Dropbox here is an assignment where you would post the instructions in a Word document or whatever that they would download, do it, and then they would come back in and submit it, and you would see a nice list of all your students and whether or not they've submitted. So I have all these fake students in here that obviously no one has submitted anything yet, but you would see all the files they'd submitted all in one place. So you're not going through if you're having, maybe you used to have students submit by email, so you'd have to search through 100 emails that have nothing to do with it until you find their submission. No, they're all here right there.
And I know that using WebCT or the expectation that some professors used to have was that students would submit to the professor's H drive.
Yeah.
So that's not something we're still able to do, and if we are, we wouldn't encourage that.
No, because it's so simple here, and it's all in one place. And there's also, if teachers have their own tablets, an assignment grader free app that can sync with Desire to Learn, so that you can just sync it up and take it with you going home, and then you can do all your...
But not to mark while you're driving.
Not to mark while you're driving.
Right.
Maybe if you're taking the train.
But this is convenient because it's all in one spot. We don't have to worry about space.
Yeah.
Where are these assignments stored? Are they in that, what you call the cloud?
The server, yeah, up on their server.
Yeah, okay, great. So no space-related issues,
Nope.
a very organized way to do it. And again, the expectation would be that everybody's using the Dropbox this way, so that students have an expectation of where to put their assignments and they know how to do it.
And then you'll always be able to if a student claims they did submit it, he can check here, and if there's no submissions, there's no submissions.
Okay, great.
And then the last thing I wanted to show you is simply the gradebook. You get it by clicking at the top here, assessments, and then grades. And right now, when you come into grades, you land on manage grades, which is where you build your gradebook. But if you want to put grades in, you had to then click enter grades. And then you see a view similar to what WebCT was like, a spreadsheet where you can pop the grades in. And then, but here it's once you build your gradebook in Desire to Learn, it does a lot of the calculations for you. It's not as onerous as WebCT was, where you're making these convoluted formulas to figure out how you're doing so far and your final grade calculation. It's just going to add it all up for you.
That's a great feature. And in WebCT, the expectation again was that everybody use gradebook, and that's not changed. So in Desire to Learn, every professor needs to use the gradebook, because again, students will be expecting that they can find their grades there from every teacher in a way that's happening in real time. So not loading only the final grade, but as the grades are being assessed, that they're populated as soon as possible.
Yep, and they get instant feedback as they go.
Yeah, really important.
So those were the 5 main tools I wanted to show you that kind of, if at a base level all faculty use, it would be really a big step forward in having a nice online presence for your course. So that was the news item, news tool, the calendar, the content where you put all your PowerPoints and everything like that, the assignment Dropbox, and the grades.
Good. So to repeat again, the expectation then would be that in every course that every professor is utilizing the news function, that they're all content for their courses posted, which includes their lectures, their labs, their assignments, that they're using the Dropbox and not asking students to submit assignments in another way. Everybody's using that calendar function so that all students can see in a view what's due in the month of October, what's due in the month of November, and they have that comprehensive view. And if one person's not doing it, then the student doesn't have that whole view. And everybody's consistently using the gradebook to populate grades in a timely manner.
Good. Yeah, and I just wanted to show you one other thing.
Sure.
You can go back to the main page. If you need help with Desire to Learn, there's a few things you can do. There's this yellow widget called My Courses D2L Help, and you see that you can get staff and faculty help. That's just documentation on all the tools and how to use them. There's also a self-paced training course that you can register yourself in, and once you do, you'll see that you now have a new course in your list that you are a student in, and you can go through and learn all about all the tools in Desire to Learn.
Do I have to do that, or
No.
is there another way to figure out how to use Desire to Learn?
Yeah, you don't have to do that, but
Yeah.
you can. And then there's this help. There's also contacting me to get some one-on-one help. This is there.
All right. So the self-paced course is really the way to go if you have any questions. But if you're really stuck, they could call you
Yes.
for some help. Or I know there's a number of faculty who are teaching throughout the summer period who now I would consider to be experts,
Yeah.
as they were the first to kind of go through Desire to Learn, and they've identified some concerns and some issues, and they might be able to help problem solve.
Yeah, and so now we've been working in it for a few months, and we've ironed out some difficulties and learned workarounds, and it's really a much more robust system than WebCT, and it's actually pretty fun.
Good. Well, thanks, Terry. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if I have any more questions about Desire to Learn, I come to you, or I should use its self-paced module.
It's up to you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.